Hello everyone, I'm AnimusJ and welcome to another farming tutorial video, redstone tutorial video, and this one is on a bamboo farm. So we're going to go over how to build this simple bamboo farm. It's actually not that hard. This thing spits out crazy amounts of bamboo, and the circuitry for it is actually not that hard. If I could get, the hardest part is getting in. Okay, so all we really need is a few observers, a couple repeaters, and a lever, really. What you're going to need the most of is bone meal. You will need a lot of bone meal in order to keep this thing going, but let's get into how to build it. Okay, once you've selected your location, go ahead and break one down in the block that you're going to be placing the bamboo at. Now, this one I built one above ground. The one we're going to go over in the tutorial, we're going to build it level with the ground, so it's going to be flush with the ground. All right, so go ahead and break out that block, and that's the block that your bamboo is actually going to be sitting on. And then above and behind that block, you're going to put a dispenser, a piston, and then you're going to come around the back, and on top of the piston you're going to put an observer so that the observer is facing forwards. Then coming around behind, you're going to put a hopper into the dispenser, and you're going to put another hopper off to your left going into that first hopper. And then coming up on top, you're going to put a double chest just like so. It doesn't actually have to be a double chest, but obviously double chest can hold more than what a single chest can, and that'll be where all of your bone meal goes when we get to that point. Now go ahead and come around to the front again, and you're going to shift and place an observer on top of that hopper right there. And then on top of that observer facing away, you're going to go ahead and put a repeater just like so. Grab any kind of block and shift place it into that repeater, making sure that you leave it set to the default amount of ticks. And then right here in front of the hopper, you're going to place another block. Now on the bottom block, you're going to go ahead and put a spot of redstone. And then on this top block, you're going to go ahead and place your lever. Now this lever acts as the on-off, and it also acts as a reset, because if you go with the normal timing on this, it does go for a long time, but every now and then it will get stuck. I have it turned off right now, but it does from time to time get stuck. Usually it has to do with lag, but we'll go over a fix for if you're continually getting stuck later on. Around the back here on the opposite side of your redstone spot, what you're going to do is take a repeater facing away, and then you're going to set it to 3 ticks just like so. And then go ahead and put down an observer so that it's watching that repeater. And then you're going to put down a block just like so. Come around to this side. Let's go ahead and put this block down, and then we're going to break out around our bamboo spot, and we're going to put down our blocks like so. Go ahead and leave these two open, and you're going to break down one more on each. Grab your hoppers, and we're going to put a hopper at the bottom facing this direction, and then a hopper going into that hopper as well, so that if I drop something into this one, it should end up in this one. Go ahead and break down by 2 here, and that's where we're going to put our collection chest. And then what you're going to want to do is come around to this side, grab a stair block, and using the stairs, you want to aim for that top pixel right there and go ahead and place it so that it goes in upside down and so that the back of it is facing forward. Go ahead and grab your rails and your hopper minecarts, and we're going to put rails on this hopper right here. Place the hopper minecart on top of it, come back here, and you're going to very carefully select that very thin line where the rail is, and you're going to break it out. Then you're going to do the same thing right here. Put down your rail, put down your hopper minecart, and then the best thing to do is come back here and use your little cheater hole through the stairs to break that one out. And then you can go ahead and put in your last stair block right there. Now behind your center block, go ahead and break that down by 2. Take a trap door of any flavor and come and stand over here, being careful not to fall into your hopper carts, and place it like so. It should open in that direction, and that'll give you access to your chest. Go ahead and put your decorative block in that corner so that your square frame is complete. And then what you're going to do is place a temporary block there and there. Grab some sand and place it Oops, sand I said. There we go. Place it against those blocks. It should fall right into place. Now anything I drop onto these spots should filter down into the chest. And they did. Perfect. Go ahead, plant down one piece of bamboo right there in front of your dispenser. And then we're going to take glass and we're going to place glass on either side of your bamboo. And we're going to go up by 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to repeat that in front of each of those. And then across the top of this, we're going to put half slabs. And that's just for the purpose of preventing mobs from spawning, and it's also going to cap off your bamboo. Now the reason that this is so tall is because out of all the times that I let this run, I noticed that this was about the tallest that it reached. It only got above this block one single time, and so obviously the more that it grows, the more we chop off and break and get more from it, but this was about all that was necessary. Now I'm going to put one more half slab right there, and then we're going to take glass and we're going to go up to the top like there we go, like so. Come around to the back, and whatever decorative blocks you've chosen, go ahead and fill it up right there. And then we're also going to fill it up on top of the observer just like so, and I'll go ahead and extend the half slabs out. Now functionally we should be good. If I put bone meal into the chest, give it a little bit of time in order to get down into there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this switch off and then back on again, and you can see it's already pumping away. So let's check the chest, make sure that it's coming in, and it absolutely is. If you are running into the problem where you're constantly getting hung up and it's constantly stopping, the reason that it does that is because every now and then this repeater right here that times the bone meal ticking, sometimes it just doesn't make it at the right time if you have a laggy world that you're playing in and it doesn't grow up tall enough. If the bamboo does not grow up to the level of the observer, then it does not ever pump the piston and break it, and yeah, so that's when it gets turned off. So if you get tired of cycling it on and off, what you can do, okay, so there we go, there's a perfect example. 114 is still super, okay, you guys saw that, right? I didn't even touch anything, I didn't even do anything, and it just, yeah, lag, 114 lag, guys. So if it's just constantly being problematic for you, what you can do is go ahead and break that repeater. That was not a repeater, that was an observer, but you guys know what I meant. And then what you can do is in front of your redstone brick right here, place a repeater and, or excuse me, a comparator, and then a repeater. And then we're going to wrap this around here. And then we're going to take a repeater here and then a spot of redstone there. Now what that's going to do is that's going to create a constant clock that will always tick your dispenser, causing it to never stop pumping bone meal into your bamboo. Now, why didn't we just do it this way the first time if it's a flawless system? Well, honestly, just because of the size of the redstone. This is just so much more compact, and when I ran mine, it almost never failed. There was times it paused a little bit, like you saw just a little bit ago, but it really just came down to size. The other one was just smaller. So you can still shut this off using your lever up there. That will stop it from going, and then if you turn it back on, it'll start pumping out again. So all we have left to do is just close this in, make it look pretty, and what you can do is leave an iron door over on one of the blocks that's not up against the redstone, of course. And then go ahead and place a lever over the top of your door, letting you get into it. Now you can, from the inside, if you wanted to AFK at it, you can very carefully close that lever and put another one right here so that you can get in and out from the inside. Oh, that actually, no, that's a bad spot right there. Let's put it right there. There we go. Okay. And that lets you close it from there anyways. Now, in considering closing in your redstone, remember that we want to make sure it's not spawnable. So go ahead and put half slabs over top of the entire area, bottom half slabs. That way nothing can spawn. Fill in the entire area so that nothing has a place to spawn at. Make sure you use proper lighting on the inside so that we don't get any spawns on the inside. And lastly, finish decorating the front of yours. I just did kind of steps coming out like that to make it look a little bit decorative. Obviously, you can decorate it whatever manner fits your world. I'm gonna half slab those so that it looks a little bit more fancy and is also mob proof. I'm gonna go ahead and half slab there. And then I'm gonna put a lantern. Actually, I'm gonna do this. And there we go. So that's it, guys. We have bamboo coming in like crazy just in that short amount of time. We got all those stacks. So hopefully that helps you out. If it did, make sure to drop me a like. And if you're new around here, I would love it if you subscribed. And if you're not a part of our Discord community, it would be great to have you join us. But that's it for today, guys. I'm AnimusJ, and I'll see you next time.